let's do a small exercise here. Anna had to run to keep up with her excited dog. And you can probably see Anna here as well, and that is the dog. Right, so what is the subject in this sentence? You guys can raise your hand or you can type in the chat as well. What is the subject in this sentence? Okay. Anna, anybody else? Are we all agreed upon Anna being the subject? What about the rest of you? Okay, Hanya. Anna it is. Ramsha, Best, Saif, Ahmed, Arsalan. Anna, right? So she's the subject. Then what is the predicate? Run, run, run. Okay. Arsalan, Aiza, what do you guys think? Ramsha, is it run? Right. So run is just the verb, right? Had to run to keep up is the predicate, right? Because that's what the state of the subject, the state of Anna is, or that's what the subject is doing. So had to run to keep up is your predicate, right? So run is simply the verb. That is just one word. It's not Anna run, right? Had to run to keep up. That's what she's doing entirely. So that is your predicate. Moving on. So the ingredients of a complete sentence now. We need a subject. We need Anna, right? Not always. It could be something else as well. A predicate, running in the park. So not just running, that is just the verb, the entire thing, running in the park, right? A complete thought. So it's not Anna running in the park, right? Or child eating biscuit. That's not a complete sentence. That's not a complete thought, right? Anna is running in the park. The child is eating his biscuit. We want a proper thought, a proper idea written in whatever writing you're doing, right? So this is not just for the exam, it's for general writing as well. Other example is Earth. The Earth revolves around the sun. The energetic puppy barked loudly in the park. So again, the puppy being the subject, the predicate being bark loudly in the park. Earth being the subject revolves around the sun being the predicate. Then some common sentence patterns, right? So what kind of sentences are what sentences consist of most? So you guys are already familiar with all of these, I'm sure, but you have probably not seen them like in this order or in this mechanical way, right? So subject and verb. So this is the behind the scenes. Anna is running, right? Subject Anna, running is the verb. Then subject, verb, and object. Anna being the subject, climbs being the verb, object being the tree. Then subject, verb, and prepositional phrase, right? So the subject, Anna, verb, running, towards the tree. So because of the position, towards the tree, it shows position. So that's a prepositional phrase there. That's another type of pattern of a sentence. Subject, verb, adjective. So adjective describe nouns, right? Anna being the subject, is being the verb, adjective being ecstatic. So again, the adjective is describing who, the noun, that is Anna. She's ecstatic. By the way, do you guys know what ecstatic means? Any guesses? Happy? Yes. So happy would be the more generic meaning, right? The more specific meaning would be, euphoric, like a really heightened sense of happiness would be ecstatic. So thank you, Zeph. Subject, verb, adverb, right? So this is the fifth type. Describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Anna, again, subject. Verb, the verb being slammed. Adverb being explosively. Right? How did she do it? She did it explosively. There is a confusion that adverbs always have ly at the end. That is how back when I was giving my exams, etc., I would remember that adverbs are the ones that end with ly, with ly. But that's not a necessity, right? I'll explain that as we go further. Then coming to parts of speech. Okay, nouns. Just let me see the time as well. Okay, we're on. With nouns, they're pretty simple. A noun names a person, place, thing, or idea. So I'm sure all of you at some point played the game, name, place, animal, thing. So it was basically the noun. It was a noun game, right? So you have to find a name, a place, an animal, and a thing corresponding with the alphabet that comes up, right? Common nouns are general and not capitalized unless they start a sentence. So common nouns are only ever capitalized if they're at the beginning of a sentence, because that is a rule of sentences, right? That when you're starting a sentence, the first letter will be capitalized, even if it's a common noun, right? So examples of common nouns are cup, table, person, city, dog. Proper nouns are specific names and are always capitalized, right? So Starbucks, which is a specific cup brand, like coffee cup. IKEA, specific table brand. Maria, specific person. Ramsha, Aiza, Hania, right? So not person, which would be a common noun, but a proper noun, right? Right. So Ali, Islamabad, sheep, these are all. Ali would be a proper noun. Islamabad also proper. Sheep would be a common noun. All right. So then come other parts of speech. So pronouns, a pronoun takes the place of a noun. For example, I, he, she, we, it, they, those, mine, ours, etc. Right? So when we're writing a story, we don't keep saying Ali did this and Ali did that and Ali crashed his car, etc. Um, we then change it to he or him, right? So that is what pronouns are. They are used as a replacement of the proper noun. Then come verbs and adverbs. A verb shows action or a state of being. For example, ran, barked, sang, is, are, was, were. Right? So you guys might be familiar with the first four, but is, are, was, were. These are also verbs, right? They also show some kind of action or state of being. Is, are, was, were. So a state of being, right? He is like that. Just a second. I think there's a disruption on my end. All right. So those are the verbs that show a state of being, right? And then we can think of some other ones. You guys can type your favorite verb in the chat and let me know which one you use a lot or you really like a lot. And I'll type mine too. Wash is sleeping. Okay. Speak. Okay. All right. Perfect. Dancing. An adverb modifies, so now we're moving from verbs to adverbs. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. It tells how, when, where, or to what extent, right? So how? Quickly, right? How did it happen? It happened quickly. Um, how did she whisper into your ear softly? When did it happen? Yesterday. Soon. Where? Here, there. To what extent? Very, almost, nearly. So these are also adverbs, right? And some of them don't end with ly, right? So I hope that adverbs are clarified. Now we'll be moving on to conjunctions. So conjunctions connect words, phrases, or clauses. They're always used in the middle of sentences to join two sentences together. Coordinating conjunctions like and, but, or, so, right? And then subordinating ones because, although, while. Now, coordinating conjunctions are used to link two independent clauses, two sentences that make sense entirely on their own as well, right? So, she likes coffee, he likes tea. Two separate independent clauses make complete sense on their own, but they can be joined together with a conjunction. So, she likes coffee and he likes. She likes coffee, but he likes, right? And subordinating conjunctions are used when there's an independent clause and a dependent clause. So it can show cause and effect. It can show some sort of an opposition as well. And coming to interjections, so interjections I only found out about today. Like I knew the what it means, but I didn't know the word, right? So interjections express strong emotion or feeling, right? So wow, oh, ouch, hooray, right? And then there's usually an exclamation mark at the end. Adjectives, an adjective describes or modifies a noun or pronoun. It tells what kind, which one, or how many, right? So describing a noun or a pronoun. So what kind? Beautiful, tall, long. Which one? This, that. How many? Three, four, five, several, sundry, a bunch, right? Those would be your adjectives. Then coming to the types of sentences. Could someone please raise their hand to volunteer to read these? Steph, go ahead.
Type declarative states a fact or opinion. Example, winter is my favorite season. Interrogative, asks a question. What is your favorite subject? Imperative, gives a command or request. Please switch the lights off. Exclamatory, shows strong emotion. I can't wait to start driving.
Thank you, sir. So, declarative, again, you're making some sort of a declaration, right? You're stating a fact or your opinion. Interrogative, so interrogation, right? So, police interrogation, I'm sure you guys know of that. When you're asking a question, that is when you're interrogating, right? So, what is your favorite subject? Imperative, it gives a command or it gives a request. Please switch the lights off. Sentences can also be exclamatory, so they show strong emotion. I can't wait to start driving, right? This one was very personal because I definitely cannot wait to start driving. We moved a bit ahead. All right, simple, complex, and compound sentences. Simple sentences, they have one idea, right? An independent clause. She likes tea. Nothing more, nothing less, right? We don't have another independent clause or we don't have another independent clause there, right? Complex sentences are a mix of one independent clause and a dependent clause, right? So dependent clause means it's depending on the independent clause for it to make sense. She stayed home because it was raining. Now, she stayed home is an independent clause. It makes complete sense on its own. She stays home. She stayed home, right? Because it was raining does not make sense on its own. Because it was raining, what? Right? So it's a dependent clause. So the complex sentence becomes complex when it's she stayed home joined with dependent clause because it was raining, right? Dependent clause being because it was raining. Although he was tired, he finished his homework. Now, in this, although he was tired is the dependent clause, right? So it won't make sense. Although he was tired, wouldn't make sense without he finished his homework, right? It could also have been he finished his homework although he was tired. Compound sentences join two independent clauses together. So compound sentences two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction, right? So the abbreviation for coordinating conjunctions is fanboys for F, A, and N, nor, B, but, or Y yet, S so, or a semicolon. So either you can use a coordinating conjunction or you can use a semicolon. Semicolon, by the way, looks like this. I will be going into more detail over the semicolon when we do the punctuation, which I believe is tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Right. So this is the semicolon. This is what it looks like. A compound sentence is two or more independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunction. I wanted to go for a walk, but it started raining. Right. In this case, don't get confused. So I wanted to go for a walk was one independent clause. It started raining was another independent clause. Right. So the I wanted to go for a walk makes complete sense. It started raining makes complete sense on its own. To link them, we added but. I wanted to go for a walk, but it started raining. She studied for the test. She passed with flying colors. Both make complete sense on their own, but we're joining them together with and, right? So that's our coordinating conjunction. And that is pretty much it for the slides. We will now be moving towards the exercises. Let me know if you guys have any questions at this point. I will be one and is enough in a sentence. Yes, one and is usually enough. This will just take a minute to load. Again, I will be sharing the slides, so don't be overwhelmed if there was something you couldn't note down. You guys will get the slide with everything. And I'll also share this. So 3 exercises we'll be doing. The first one is MCQ, right? So you guys can respond to them in the chat. Let me know which answer it is. I have the answers here with me. And I will be letting you guys know if it's correct or not. It is loading again. Okay, I hope it stays this time around. All right, what part of speech is the word quickly in the sentence? And I want everybody in the meeting to type in the chat. She quickly finished her homework. So is it an adjective? Is it a verb? Is it an adverb? Is it a noun? What is it? Okay, I'm waiting for the others to respond as well. So far, we have adverb and adjective. Adverb. What about the rest? Ramsa, Amna, Ahmad, Arsalan, Best. Adverb, adverb, adverb. All right. Yes, it is an adverb. Clapping for all of you. Which of these is an adjective? Okay, somebody did mention adjective as well. The reason that it's not an okay, nobody mentioned adjective. All right, so adverb it is. Which of these is an adjective? Beautiful, run, loudly, cat. Okay, can I see some more responses? All right, yes. Beautiful it is. And moving on to question number 3. What type of noun is Paris in the sentence? Paris is a beautiful city. Is it common? Is it proper? Is it abstract? Is it collective? Okay, I've seen two responses so far. Can I have some more? Yes, it is a proper noun. Thank you, Amna. Thank you, Best, and everybody else. Question number three, part B, it was. Which sentence is an example of a simple sentence? Although it was raining, she walked to school. He plays football and she plays basketball. The baby cried. I like cake, but I don't like cookies. I mean, I like both, but which one is it? C, C, C. V तो है ही नहीं best. Okay, C. Yes. C it is. Uh, yes, it's C, right? So simple, independent clause makes complete sense on its own. The baby cried. Which sentence is an example of a complex sentence? A, I love reading books. B, she stayed home because it was raining. C, he loves tea and she loves coffee. We went to the mall. I mean, this example we just did, so it should be easy. Okay, I got one response so far. Okay, I want one more response before I give the verdict on this. Okay, Amna saying C. Okay, so it won't be C because he loves tea and he loves coffee are joined together by a coordinating conjunction. That is and. Remember the abbreviation was fanboys with A being and, right? So this is a compound sentence. He loves tea, independent clause. She loves coffee, independent clause, joined together by and, a coordinating conjunction. This is what? A compound sentence. She stayed home because it was raining was your complex sentence because in the example I gave you, she stayed home was one independent clause. Because it was raining was the dependent clause. So she stayed home because it was raining. They're joined together. Although it might be confusing, you guys might have thought that this is an independent clause and this is an independent clause. But in the example I showed you guys earlier as well, we are considering this in its entirety one clause. Because it was raining is a dependent clause. Because it was raining doesn't make sense on its own. What because it was raining, you know? So it was actually B. Although I admit this was a little confusing because of the conjunction. Which sentence is an example of a compound sentence? I went to the park and played. B, she likes pizza, but I prefer pasta. C, because it's cold, we stayed inside. D, the cat sleeps all day. Let me zoom in on this. This must be hard to read. Yes, which one is it? Is it A, B, C, or D? Compound. Okay, I see no responses as of yet, guys. Any guesses at all? Compound sentence, two independent clauses joined together by a conjunction, by coordinating conjunction. Okay, so Ramsha sent an A. What about the rest? B, Hania, Ahmed, Arsalan, Best, Ramsha. I think Ramsha already sent it in. A और B में tie चल रहा है अभी. So which one is it? Is it this or is it this? Right, so it is B. She likes pizza, but I prefer pasta. I prefer pasta. She likes pizza. Independent clauses joined together by a coordinating conjunction. But I went to the park and played won't be a compound sentence because I went to the park is independent, but played is not independent, clearly, right? Please don't write phrases like played in your exam. Simply just played, right? That's not a sentence. But good attempt, everyone. It's B. Which of the following is a coordinating conjunction? Because, and, although, since. Option D is since. Remember, coordinating conjunctions link independent clauses together, not dependent clauses. Somebody has their mic on. Any guesses? Okay, we got a B, I think. Ramsha, you sent a B. So because, and, although, and then since. Option D is since. Hania said C, C. All of them. वो तो option ही नहीं है अहमद. All of them isn't even an option. Since है आखिरी option. I don't know why that was funny. C, okay. So the verdict is a drum roll. It's actually B, and, right? Because in a subordinating conjunction, you would have something like because, although, cause, and effect, right? Because it's an independent clause and a dependent clause. When it's two independent sentences, the and would be more fitting there. It's a coordinating conjunction. So when we will have the conjunctions and transitional devices class, I will explain this more. Identify the subordinating conjunction in this sentence. I stayed home because it was raining. A, I, B, home, C, because, D, was. This one is really easy. Ah, yes, Emil, I knew already. I'm glad you joined. G, कौन सा है? Which one is it? I mean, there's just one of them is a conjunction. The rest are just random words. So please, guys, respond. Which one is it? Which one is a subordinating conjunction? C, C. Okay, what about the others? Ramsha, Arsalan. Right. So it's C because, right? The others aren't even conjunctions. What does the conjunction but show in the sentence? I wanted to go out, but it started raining. A, does it show cause? B, does it show contrast? C, does it show time? Or D, condition? What is it showing? What is the but showing? Cause, contrast, time, or condition? One thing you guys can do in questions like these is you can also eliminate. So cause to nahi hai because cause hota to it would have been because, right? I wanted to go out because this, right? But it's but. Okay, literally just said it's not cause. Cause means reason. I wanted to go out, but it started raining. So him wanting to go out is not because it's raining, you know? So it can't be cause. Somebody said D, condition. Okay, that makes sense a little bit, but it's actually B, contrast. So he wanted to go out, but it started raining. It's contrast. What part of speech is the word and in this sentence? I like apples and oranges. Ramsha said D. Anybody else? Or should we go with B? What part of speech is the word and? I like apples and oranges. Is it a noun? Is and the noun? Is it the verb? Is it the conjunction? Is it the adverb? Guys, I want more responses. C said best. Ahmed, what about you? Arsalan, Ramsha already said B. Hania and M. Talha. C, C. Yes, it's a conjunction. It's not a verb. And is not a verb. It's not an action verb, and neither does it show the state of something. How many clauses are in the sentence? Because I was tired, I went to bed early. 1, 2, 3, none. How many clauses, right? How many parts? Phrases. B said best. What about the others? Anya, Talha, Ramsa, Ahmed. B, exactly, right? So 2. Because I was tired and then I went to bed early. The last MCQ is, what type of conjunction is in this sentence? She will succeed if she works hard. So if is a conjunction, right? Is it coordinating? Is it subordinating? Correlative it isn't, because I didn't explain it. It's not that. Or D, none. B said Talha, B said Arsalan. What about the rest? Yes, it is B. It's subordinated. Good work, guys. So now we will be moving towards exercise 2. And if we have time, we'll do exercise 3. Otherwise, I'll just share it on the group. This is a paragraph that has punctuation errors, tense errors, sentence structure errors. We'll read it and then we'll be correcting it line by line. The dog was running fast in the park, comma, he was chasing after a stick. So I want you guys to identify what the mistake in this is and then type it in the chat with the corrected version. The dog was running fast in the park, comma, he was chasing after a stick. Is there some fault in this sentence? And if so, what? No fault at all? H capital. So you're saying this should be a different sentence? You're saying this should be a different sentence. B, said Ramsha. Ramsha options nahi hai. It's just the simple mistake. Okay, so it could either be that we put a semicolon here, right? Either it will be this, or we put a full stop and we make this a different sentence. The dog was running fast in the park. He was chasing after a stick. Then this. The man threw the ball to his friend who quickly ran to catch it. What is the mistake in this part? By the way, you guys are also welcome to unmute yourself and speak or raise your hands. So it's not just one-way communication. But yes, what is the problem in this sentence? I mean, if there's no problem, that's worrisome because there clearly is a problem. What is it? Ahmed, Arsalan, Best, Ramsa, Anya, M. Talha. What is the problem? Guys, what is the problem? True. The man threw the ball to his friend who quickly ran to catch it. Yes. They play every day together and enjoy their time outside. So here I'll actually do this for you guys. It's an answer. They played every day together and enjoyed their time outside, right? Because the tense is past tense, so we have to make sure that our tenses are consistent, right? Past hai to stay in the past. Present hai, stay in the present. Sometimes the dog got tired but still continued to run. Threw the ball. Yes, threw. Sometimes the dog got tired but still continued to run. So mistake here. We don't necessarily need a comma here. It can just be this. And that's pretty much it. So the dog was running fast in the park. He was chasing after his stick. The man threw the ball to his friend, who quickly ran to catch it. They played every day together and enjoyed their time outside. Sometimes the dog got tired, but still continued to run. So we just have 3 minutes left. We might just be able to do two of these or one of these. We'll be transforming the sentence from whatever type it is. If it's simple, we'll be converting it to a different type. If it's complex, a different type, compound, a different type, right? Rewrite the following sentences in different ways. Change the type of sentence from simple to compound or complex. Add appropriate conjunctions. Make sure to maintain proper sentence structure, right? Conjunction B they have given to you, so it's going to be really easy. The original sentence was the dog barked loudly. That is simple. Transform this into a compound sentence using the coordinating conjunction and, right? So you have to make this into a compound sentence and you have to use and to do it. I'll give you guys a minute to do this. And I want all of you to please try in the chat, putting a timer on. And scared the kids passing by. Good attempt. Can someone else also try? So if I was to do it, I would probably say the dog barked loudly and ran to catch the frisbee. Something of that sort. Okay, then let's do the other one. This will be the last one, and then we will be done for the day. So the original sentence was the dog barked loudly and scared the neighbors. Perfect. Original sentence compound. I wanted to go swimming, but it started raining, right? So it started raining. I wanted to go swimming, join together by but. Transform this into a complex sentence using a subordinating conjunction because. And it can't be I wanted to go swimming because it started. That does not make sense. Any attempts? Okay, I do understand this might be harder, so you guys can skip this part. Just make it a complex sentence. I wanted to go swimming because why did you want to go swimming? Because it okay, why are you shouting, Ramsha? Why is your caps lock on? Because it was so hot, my friends and I decided to go swimming. Okay, perfect. That's that works, right? Anybody else? Let's have at least a few more attempts and then you're all free to go. Ramsha, I'll give you a star from the emoji. There you go. G, Best, M. Talha, Ahmed, Arsalan. You guys want to try? Why were you going to swim? I wanted to go swimming because. Although a tip, don't really start your sentences with the call. It's not recommended, right? So just go with my friends and I decided to go swimming because it was so hot. Can we have at least one more attempt? Guys, one more. I hope you are typing away right now. I wanted to go swimming because I wanted to know how to swim. Okay. Because तो नहीं हुआ उसमें cuz हो गया but okay, works. I wanted to go swimming because I wish to know how to swim or I wish to learn how to swim. Okay, guys, that was a good attempt. You guys were great with the exercises. I hope you guys learned something. I'll be sharing the slides and this exercise on the group as well. If you guys want to practice later, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be covering punctuation. All right. Khudafis. Goodbye.